Yeah, red's flashing. Okay, let's go.
Alrighty. Ready?
Ready?
Alright.
Let's do this, bro.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come with the Kauffman crew to build a 10x16 cottage-style storage shed. First, we nail together a triple joist for each end of the building. This provides extra strength for the structure of the building as well as strength to the floor system for delivery. Each triple joist is glued to the pressure-treated 4x4 skids and fastened with 6-inch timber lags. Our standard floors are framed with 2x4 joists on edge every 16 inches. After the floor system is nailed together and squared, each individual joist is fastened to the skids with a 6-inch ring-shanked nail. The floor is then sheeted with 3/4 inch marine grade tongue and groove plywood and fastened with 2.5 inch ring-shanked nails. All of our standard walls are framed with 2x4s every 16 inches. This wall is one of our extended walls, and so it is 7 foot 4.5 inches high. Number 1 grade construction adhesive is applied to the framework before the siding is fastened for long-term structural rigidity. A 2x6 double plate is then fastened to the top of the wall. This building is going to be stained, so the siding we are using is 5/8 inch thick plywood-based T111. Kauffman Builders does not use any OSB in any of the structural framing of our building. While plywood products are more expensive, they are far superior to OSB in long-term structural integrity. Each wall is then set in place and nailed to the floor system. At Kauffman Builders, we understand that each shed we build is someone's dream project, so we take pride in building each shed with precision and care. With interlocking plates, double corner studs, and laminated headers over all windows and doors, our construction reflects typical residential framing standards. The siding cut from the opening of the doors is set aside to build the doors later on. Each interlocking corner of the building is fastened together with 6-inch timber lags, 2.5 inch siding nails, and 4-inch framing nails through the overlapping double plates. The gable rafters are then fastened and the entire gable is framed out, including the overhang. Steel Z-channel is fastened for the transition point in the siding, and a thick bead of caulk is applied for an added barrier against water. The trusses are then securely fastened to the wall system with our standard of 16-inch on center spacing. Once done, the roof is then sheeted with 1/2 inch CDX plywood. Next, the door is built from 5/8 inch thick T111 siding, 2x4 framework, and 1/2 inch CDX plywood sheeting on the interior. Wooden doors are often a failure point on many sheds as they tend to warp and twist over time. Much time and thought has gone into the framing of our doors, which is why we have a double layer of plywood sheeting glued to the framework. And so, when the building is placed on a level gravel pad, Kauffman Builders offers a 45-year warranty on all our doors against warping and twisting. 3/4-inch wooden closure strips are fastened around the opening of the door to ensure a tight, secure seal. The doors are then temporarily fastened in place. The entire building is then trimmed out with 1x4 rough sawn fir. The building is now ready for stain. We use a water-based, semi-transparent stain from Woodwright. Finishing touches are applied by hand. And that's a wrap on day one. The next morning, now that the stain has fully dried, it's time to install the metal roofing. We use 29-gauge SM rib steel, rolled by Northwest Metals, another family-owned company right up the road from our shop. Northwest Metals offers a 40-year limited warranty on all their steel roofs. We pre-drill all of the steel beforehand to ensure even lines of screws and a secure hold for the 3/4-inch stitch screws. Our gable trim is then cut and fastened with care. This is one area where we especially take our time, ensuring that each cut and fold of the metal is both aesthetic and a secure and lasting barrier against rain and snow. Vented closure strips are then applied to either side of the metal at the peak of the building. And finally, the ridge cap is securely fastened on top. Now at last it's time for the hardware on the doors, both hinges and latch. Two spring-powered bolt latches hold the second of the wooden doors securely closed. And two single-hung utility windows are now installed. Last of all, the Kauffman Builders plaque, and this building is ready to hit the lot.